This probably won't be very interesting. I've just noticed some performance issues in my new space here. I think it might have to do with all this garbage and just construction debris that's lying around, so I'm going to try throwing it all out there and see if that helps at all. Not sure where most of this came from. It's like got some drywall, obviously. Another sheet of drywall. Get rid of this. Some of these cinder blocks. I think maybe I can use this wheelbarrow. Try to take care of them. So I decided to speed this part up because it took me a while to get all those cinder blocks loaded up. I was explaining how that old wheelbarrow doesn't actually work very well. It seems like it would be a useful thing to have around the space, but the wheel is all rusted up or something, so it doesn't really turn. And I ended up having to kind of drag it just on the tire, which was pretty unstable, and you can see me actually drop a couple of the cinder blocks off. But it worked well enough to save a few trips regardless. And okay, so we're back to real time, and I'll go and get those blocks I dropped. Get these blocks I dropped. All right, let's see what else we got here. Some of these old paint buckets, maybe. Get a couple of these. All right, I'm gonna speed this part up again. As you can see, it did still take me a few trips, and at this point I was kind of kicking myself for throwing the wheelbarrow out the side when I did. Even though it didn't really roll very well, I think it still saved me some time getting and throwing out all that rebar and the rest of those old tires, and there were still a bunch of those paint buckets and lids and just, some other stuff that was kind of a hassle to have to drag it all outside one by one. But I did manage to get it all done pretty quickly anyway. I think probably this only took me about 10 minutes altogether, so that wasn't too bad. And yeah, just clearing up this wooden pallet and the last couple of those blue plastic barrels. This is the last wheel, another lid. All right. Well, I think that's everything. I'm going to go ahead and restart. reopen the space, and we'll see if that's fixed things up. So thanks for coming by. And see you next week.